This is probably the very coolest thing I've ever learned about the Bible, and I needed people to know about it, and it's just in time for Christmas. It has to do with the virgin birth and Jesus being the King of the Jews. So that's a title that we all know, but did you know that it is an actual truth that Jesus was a real king? This is how it worked. He is in the line of King David on both sides of his family, both Joseph and Mary. Now, you should be thinking, well, duh, that's why he's a king. God promised David that there would always be a king in his line. Let's move on. It's not that simple, okay? And it's actually way more interesting and fun. So if you follow the patriarchal line, the firstborn son, because that's how kingship was passed on, you go from David to Solomon to Rehoboam, and you follow it down the line. You get to this guy named Jeconiah or Coniah. We read about him in the book of Jeremiah. Now, God curses Jeconiah because he's not happy with him. In Jeremiah 22:30, he says, basically, I'm going to cut you off. None of your children will ever succeed in sitting on the throne of David, ever. There can be no one who is the biological son of Jeconiah who can be king, okay? That is a problem because God already promised David that there would always be a king in that line, that same line. And so there's this paradox, he's got to be in this line, but he can't be in this line. How does God solve this problem that he's created for himself? If you read the genealogy of Matthew, you go from Jeconiah and you go way down, you get to Joseph. So he is a firstborn in that line. He actually has the kingly heritage inside of him, but he can't really access it because God has cursed the line. No one in that biological line could ever be king. But Jesus' mother, Mary, was biologically a son of David as well, through David's son Nathan. And so this is how God solves this problem, through a virgin birth. Mary over here is the biological son of David, and Joseph over here has the kingly lineage attached to him. And so he has these two get married. And so Jesus is a son of Joseph, giving him the rights to the throne, but he's not a biological son of Joseph. He's a biological son of Mary, and thus you get King Jesus. This blew my mind the first time I heard it, and it still blows my mind literally every time I tell it. And apparently this was actually well known back in ancient days. People would point to the lineages and they would say, see, Jesus is the king because he's the only one who gets to be in that line, but not in that line. So that is awesome. So I wanted to share that with all of you. If you like this video, like it, comment, share it with someone so they can hear about King Jesus and the amazing work of God.